Welcome back to the channel, everyone. So today I'm going to be planting up my potato slips. These are sweet potato. Now it's a little bit different growing your sweet potatoes from regular potatoes. You got to make slips, which are the roots here, as you can see. Kind of looks like a mad science experiment. But today we're going to take the slips out and we're going to be planting them up inside their little containers here. And then we're going to put them outside in the raised garden bed. And we'll show you how that comes along. But right now it's been about 3 months of them inside of their containers growing roots. And again, as you can see here, you see the little the little leaves, whole root system. Here, I'll lift this guy up so you can actually see him. Just don't want to take him all the way out, but yeah. It's neat, my very first time doing sweet potato slips, so let's get them planted up and see how they go. Okay, so as you can see here, here's one of the slips. We just cut it off just so I could show you what it looks like, but I'm going to show you how to actually cut one as well. Ooh, that's a nice one. So as you can see here, this one has some roots. And we're just going to cut a little V into it. Go from the top, cut down. And then underneath, not cutting the roots because you don't want to cut the roots. We're going to cut up. And there we are. We just remove it. Potato back in the water, and we have one potato slip here. Neat, eh? We can plant that, and we're going to do the rest. Okay. So growing sweet potatoes is actually very easy. I went to the grocery store, picked up a couple varieties. I found the Japanese worked best for me. Put them in a cup of water with the blunt end down, and then just let them wait, let it grow. It took a little while before I started seeing my first roots, but once I did, they took off, and now we're ready to plant. Eventually, I did upgrade the containers I had the sweet potatoes in into quart jars and then my French press, just because I didn't have anything large enough to contain all those roots as they were growing, and they were growing really fast. So fun fact about sweet potatoes is they're actually part of the morning glory family. That's why you can't plant them like normal potatoes and they'll just grow in the ground. If you were to just plant a sweet potato as is, all you'll get is foliage from it and you'll just get greenery, which is actually really pretty for a house plant, but it's not going to get you any sweet potatoes in the end. This is why you have to create slips and then plant them in the ground this way. Look at all those roots. This is a really healthy sweet potato. Again, this is a Japanese sweet potato. It's the variety that worked best for me. And when you're cutting off the roots, just be very, very careful. You just want to make a small little V insert into them so you don't cut the root, but you're just kind of taking off the actual slip. Now, you can pull them off if you're gentle enough, but I would recommend using a knife. It just seems a lot cleaner and safer for your roots, and just make sure everything turns out well. All right, they're all planted up. See here, some of my sweet potato slips. We got a lot of slips, that's for sure. I'm gonna put some of these at the roadside stand, maybe sell some, and then I'll plant the rest in the garden in the raised beds, but that'll be in a little bit because it's still a little too cold to be planting. And now with the tops, so the sweet potato, you can't actually use the top of it here. It's not gonna grow any potatoes, it's just gonna grow foliage. So you can actually cut this top part off and put it inside a pot and use it as a house plant. It'd be a nice climbing ivy. But that's the sweet potato. And sweet potato is in the morning glory family, so that's why its leaves look like this, and that's why we got to propagate it the way we do, by making slips. Okay, that's a wrap for this video. So I'll take you guys along with me when I do plant them in the raised garden beds, and I'll show you how the journey goes of growing the sweet potatoes. I've never done them before, so again, I'm very excited. This is something new for me, and can't wait to show you guys how it goes. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.